I'm Aarti Sequeira, and welcome to the news show, brought to you this week by Anderson Silva's tie clinch. Deadly! And now, the news. This week, the U.S. House of Representatives passed a $787 billion economic rescue bill championed by President Barack Obama. New winners in the stimulus include home buyers and manufacturers. Losers include state budgets and executives of previously bailed out corporations. The biggest winner of all, VH1. R&B song and dance man Chris Brown was arrested prior to the Grammys Sunday on charges of domestic abuse after hitting his girlfriend, fellow R&B pop sensation Rihanna. Curiously, Rihanna always knew Brown had a temper, but thought he was more of a yella, ella, A. Luckily for Brown, his chosen musical genre is the sonic universe that allowed R. Kelly to return to platinum form after raping and peeing on 12-year-old girls. So all will be forgiven shortly. New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg presented heroic pilot Chelsea Sullenberger and his crew with the keys to the city on Monday. No offense, New York, but do you really want to hand over the keys to a guy who's famous for crashing the last thing he drove? The number of U.S. troops diagnosed as overweight or obese has more than doubled since the start of the Iraq War, according to a recent Pentagon study. Some insiders suggest that this is a result of it merely being difficult to exercise when your legs have been blown off. In other North American military news, the Canadian military, no snickering, is evoking the wisdom of Star Wars Jedi Master Yoda. The military quotes Yoda in a video aimed at helping veterans deal with post-traumatic stress. If at the last ditch of using a Muppet from a dated sci-fi series you are, maybe you have problems that be solved by a video cannot. In sports news, NFL quarterback Brett Favre announced this week he will retire after 18 seasons. So, for those slow to count, he'll be retiring after every season until 2027. The 14th Dalai Lama tweets, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, spiritual leader of Tibet, this week launched a feed on Twitter. If you can figure out his password and hack into his account, congratulations, you might be the next Dalai Lama. A Florida woman drove her car into a bowling alley this week. No one on the scene, including the driver, was hurt, unless you count her bowling average, which was harmed when her Mini Cooper left her with a dreaded 7-10 split. On Tuesday, Colonel Sanders' handwritten recipe for fried chicken was returned to its Kentucky home after 5 months in hiding while security was upgraded. It will now be guarded by an army of headless chickens. They can't peck you, but man are they creepy. Scientists have found a new source in which to grow replacement tissue, cotton candy. The flossy stuff is being used to create networks for blood vessels. I don't quite understand that, but it does remind me of the time at the state fair when I found a finger in my funnel cake. And finally, toy company Mattel debuted their Chancellor Angela Merkel Barbie this week at an international toy fair. Young girls in the US can now add holding the highest office in the land to their list of Barbie impossible dreams, alongside an inhuman waist-to-hip ratio and a handsome, well-groomed boyfriend with no genitalia. And that's the news show for this week. Have a great weekend. I'm Aarti Sequeira. We'll see you next time.